Hello and welcome back, everyone. So my opponent has brought both the rain and sun modes as I expected him to. These are best 2 out of 3, and we show 6 but bring 4. So the first one I'm going to bring, I honestly feel like I want to lead off with Nightwing. But at the same time, I feel like that's a bad idea. It's probably not a much better idea, but I'm going to lead off with the Golem. Have Nightwing in the back, along with Jean and Raven. Yeah, I think that's the right choice. Okay, cool. Let's go with that. Before I change my mind. So you have the modes that I was afraid of. I'm glad to see no Gengar. I'm also glad to see no Electabuzz, and I'm also glad to see that they did not bring Jinx. Or at least not that I saw. I was concerned Jinx might come, which is why I didn't bring my Lockpick. So they're leading off with their Gabite. Are they going to try to set up on me? This might be a Rocks lead. We might just trade Rocks here. Which I'm fine with us trading Rocks here. Gabite has Earthquake. I mean, I'm fine with Earthquake. Kind of wish it had brought me down to my sturdy, but it didn't. We both withdrew. They went out into Pelipper, which is giving me a perfect chance to set up my Tailwind. This is perfect Tailwind opportunity. It feels too perfect, if that makes sense. I'm going to set it up anyway. Tailwind. Let's see if they have Tailwind. They're going straight for the Hydro. That was a lot of damage. That was a lot more damage than I care to admit. Okay, so we get the Rocks chip off. They go Aqua Jet. Okay, that's understandable. Life Orb, that's good to know. Depending on how they have speed crept. I mean, even no matter how they speed crept, with Tailwind up, we outspeed thanks to neutralizing gas. But it's whether or not they predict that we have Thunderbolt. I feel like they will. But they might also be expecting me to go for the Willow. So I don't know what they go out into here. Yeah, they went into the Gabite. Okay. I feel like I go for the Willow here. They go for the rocks, expecting me to switch. And we land the Willow. That's good to see. I wasn't even sure if Gabite would come. I really didn't know what to expect from the Gabite. Oh, they did bring Gengar. I missed that. But that's gonna sting. That is going to sting like a truck. Because this is a Dark Pulse coming in at it. Yeah, that's Gengar down. Okay, that's sweet. That is sweet. That was a nice read. Okay, now we can go for the T-Bolts. They don't get the rain because neutralizing gas. They're just going straight for the Hydro and they miss. Oh, the miss. And there's the T-Bolt coming out. Okay, this is nice. This is going well. Weezing's putting in the work that I wanted it to put in. Up until now, I've always brought Levitate. But I felt like this week of all weeks, it was important to bring the neutralizing gas. Okay, so they have speed crept. Oh, and they missed the Stone Edge as well. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Dadaraf. Oh, missing 2 attacks in a row. I don't want to reveal the 4th move on my Weezing yet. Because that will spoil it for the sun. Outrage. Okay, so Earthquake, Outrage, Stealth Rocks. What is your 4th move? Honestly, this thing just drops now to a Dark Pulse, and we just get a 4-kill. We just get a 4-kill Weezing on game 1. Okay, I appreciate this. I appreciate this. Weezing putting in the work, getting 4 kills game 1, neutralizing gas, MVP. Get in there! Okay, game 1 goes to us. Free-O. We did lose Pidgeot to the Pelipper. Right. Good start, guys. Good start to the day. Game 2. Weezing has to come. Weezing just absolutely must come. I feel like it must bring all 3 games. Yeah, I completely blanked on the fact that I had Gengar. Probably not what I should be doing, but I did completely blank on the Gengar. I do like the Rocks. Rocks does put a lot of pressure on the Sun and the Rain setters. It doesn't put much pressure on the Sweepers, but it puts a lot of pressure on the setters themselves. I don't think Pidgeot is needed. I don't think we need Tailwind. Jin has to come. Do I need Raven? Do I go Trick Room mode? I could go Trick Room mode. That could be the 4. But then I'm relying heavily on that Weezing to sweep. The Weezing can do it. I mean, we saw that in game 1 that Weezing can do it. And with backup from the Trick Room, I think it's even more possible for it to happen. I think I have to lead, though, with my Okay, so they brought their sun mode. I'm fine with that. I didn't reveal Flamethrower for a reason. I did not reveal Flamethrower for a very good reason. Leaf Blade. I mean, it brings us to a 30. I'm fine with this. This is also Life Orb. Okay. Interesting. I think the answer is obvious. I think the answer is Explosion does more. But I'm just going to double check just on the off chance. Golem versus Shiftry. Explosion just kills. Okay. Do they have the Gengar? I mean, they didn't switch into the Gengar. Okay. So, is this just a picking up a kill for the Golem? Yeah, that's just a kill for the Golem. Okay. Go Golem. Noblest of noble sacrifices, as always. Right. This is probably where they set up a Weather. So this is probably where I want Jin to come in. So they go Gengar. Gengar gets Psychic. That is kind of scary for my Weezing. And I didn't get to see anything about Gengar last game. Let's assume Choice Scarf. Or Choice Specs, more likely. Psychic is killing, I believe. Psychic is a roll to kill if it's not Specs. And it is not a roll in my favor. And that's Timid. I just go Starfire here. Why am I even questioning it? It's a Gengar. I go Star. What does it realistically do to my Star? Yeah, there's the Psychic. I knew it was going to have Psychic. The fact that twice now they've switched it in on my Weezing just screams that it has Psychic. It's also holding a Black Sludge. Okay. You never stay in here. You stay in. Why did you stay in? In what world does a Gengar stay in against... Okay, so I know you're not Specs. Which rules out you just straight up nuking me. Okay. I've got to play this smart. There's Psychic. It has the Shadow Ball. And I knew I lived one. I knew I lived one Shadow Ball. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no world in which Gengar wants to stay out here. Okay. I knew two-hit KOing you was a very real chance. Hey, we got our citrus berry back. We have one more turn of Trick Room left. Shadow Ball, I expected that. Based on the damage you did to my Executor, you don't seem to be modest. You seem to be timid. Which makes me wonder if you've speed crept my Pidgeot. Which tells me your moveset is most likely Toxic, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Shadow Ball. Which also tells me that there is a role for my Weezing to live. Right, I've got to play this smart. If I play this smart, I can use the fact that they have to click a linear line of moves to my advantage. That's what this is going to come down to. Me forcing this linear line of moves to happen. Click the Toxic. Oh, they clicked Hex. Okay, so they don't actually have a way of consistently hitting Pidgeot. They have Shadow Ball and Hex. Oh, they do go for the Toxic. Okay. By all means, go for the Toxic. If I can get my... I think I'm running this off of a 50% roll. I don't think I can get up Trick Room at this point. So if I'm running this based on a 50% roll... Psychic? Okay. I have to let Garfield go down here. I'm going to click Trick Room just in case they try to predict me going back into Blissey, because I have done that consistently. Oh, they did actually predict it. They predicted it. Yes! I managed to make them think that I was doubling back into Blissey. That could not have gone better. Now this is going to come down to, do they predict me going into Jin? No, they're not. I'm not going into Jin. I have to click Seed Bomb here. I have to let Garfield go down naturally so that... So there's a Shadow Ball. Okay, Garfield should think to this Shadow Ball. Yep, there we go. And then Toxic kills me off. Yes, this has gone perfectly. Oh, I managed to finally get the Trick Room off. It took a few turns of going via a linear pattern to make them think that I was always going into Blissey at that point. That way they would click a Toxic on an already poisoned Mon so that I can get up the Trick Room for Jin to come in and click Dark Pulse. It was essentially, I just had to get into their head. Mirashi, okay, that's fine. We have enough turns of Trick Room here so that we can click Thunderbolt and then click Dark Pulse. Okay. Oh, that was tricky. That was so tricky. I should have counted. I think I've counted it right so that we have exactly one more turn of Trick Room in which to kill that Gengar. I hope that I've timed this right. Please. Yes! Final turn of Trick Room. We know their moveset. We know they don't have Protect. Dark Pulse comes off. Weezing MVP. Oh my god. I don't know what was the more valuable set there. Trick Room on my Executor or Expert Belts Weezing. I knew neutralizing gas Weezing was going to be super important against a rain team, a rain/sun team, because no matter what weather they bring, if they can't abuse that weather, it shuts off half their plan. Okay, GG's to Dadaruff. That was a very well fought match. I really had to think hard in that last game about how I played. And yeah, please, I think they have got a channel. I will link it in the description. Please go check them out. We should have more videos coming out throughout the rest of the week. Got more Draft League content, more of that good stuff that you all know we love here on the channel. So please do check it out. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, take care and be kind.